children's novel. In this game, Rogers will be reading a children's book to his children, Kyle and Mancini, the events of which will be acted out by Elise, Paco, and Cameron, as we're seeing. So what I need from, how about up on the balcony here, is the name of a children's book that's never been written.
What?
What? Right here. Nose job in the rainforest? Kids have to learn at an early age. Nose job in the rainforest. Nose job.
Hey kids.
Hey Dad.
You want your bedtime story?
Yeah!
Which one do you want me to read you tonight? There's...
Mouth drop in the desert! Mouth drop in the desert!
You read that last night. And you know that gives you nightmares. We're not reading Elephant! Why don't I read you a book I recently picked off of a homeless man? It's called Nose Job in the Rainforest. Wow. Doesn't this sound good, kids?
Yeah! Read, Dad, read!
All right. Once upon a time, there was a rainforest. And in that rainforest lived the ugliest man who ever lived. He wasn't sad about being ugly. He was happy because he had something to brag about. Because nobody else in the world was the ugliest man in the world.
Dad, what about you?
You don't have to go to bed, obviously. But you're still Anyway, so this man's name was Steve. Steve was ugly. Like, real ugly. Like, wouldn't even take him to a dance as a friend ugly. Didn't want to be seen in pictures with, you know, yeah. Anyway, Steve was happy until his mom entered and ruined everything.
Is that how our mom ruined everything?
Your mother is a saint.
She ruined everything because she has dynamite sticks for hands?
No, but she does have dynamite sticks for hands. I bet you noticed that in the picture. That Anyway, so Mama Steve entered the room just as Steve was eating his toenails.
Steve!
What?
That's what I named you.
You don't think I don't know that, Mom?
I don't know. Are you ugly and stupid?
Not stupid.
See, kids, the subtext of this scene is that she's going to encourage him to get a nose job.
And what's your big problem if I'm ugly anyway? Maybe I like being ugly, huh, Ma?
No.
You ever think of that, Ma? Mama Steve?
Boring! There should be marbles everywhere so people have trouble standing up.
All right, kids, if it's going to help you get to sleep.
Marbles!
Suddenly, marbles fell out of the ceiling and were everywhere.
They look stupid. Read it, Mom! Wait. Shit, my nose is perfectly sculpted now.
And suddenly, Steve had become the most attractive man in the world. All right, chapter 3. So Steve became George Clooney. And Steve was excited because he had just arrived at Hollywood, where he met the luscious ghost of Marilyn Monroe.
It's an entirely different atmosphere than I'm used to back in the rainforest.
George, do you recognize me?
George did not recognize her, for he had never met her before. Especially not in ghost form.
I'm sorry, you must have me mistaken for someone else.
But aren't you George? You're not. You're just so handsome.
Oh, gosh, I gotta get used to this.
Immediately, Steve George Clooney thought he would take advantage of the situation and ask ghost Marilyn Monroe out on a date.
You look like you have an idea, George.
As a Beach.
No, Walmart! Walmart!
I know this lovely beach section.
How would a human and a ghost work? Like,
This is a question to ask your mother.
She might be that
All right, so they're on, and then so he's taking her to Walmart.
ghost. Sorry, I'm a ghost. Right this way. I'll just float with you.
So here's this place where they have all those inflatable beach balls that you can just sit on together and they'll slowly deflate underneath you. Romantic, soothing way. Try one out.
Steve George was a hopeless romantic.
Just sit on it?
Just sit on it.
Okay.
That's weird.
I'm a ghost, Steve George.
Let's get quickly back to the chapter where he returns to the rainforest with Ghost Marilyn Monroe and introduces her to his mother. All right, so they were eating a nice dinner of pizza bagels.
You get that new toaster,
Mom,
Mom.
pizza bagels, did she?
Oh no, that was
Dynamite heads are lit!
No, the dad cooked them. He's not a character in the story anymore. So they're half-eaten pizza bagels, because they already ate the first half.
Marilyn Monroe struggles a bit with her eating.
As do I, Marilyn Monroe. As you can see, I have dynamite for hands.
And then the mother left with Ghost Marilyn Monroe, and they married and had great half-ghost, half-Marilyn Monroe babies.